Aloha, guys. I'm Jehzan. I am the host of Healing with Aloha podcast located on the island of Kauai. And today I'm excited to go live with Jehzan. And she's on another Hawaiian island. This is her. But anyways, she's on the island of Oahu and I'm on the island of Kauai. And we're just islanders. We just desire to just bring aloha to the world, to bring encouragement, to inspire people, and just to keep it real. What people gotta understand is that, let me stop. What people need to understand that anywhere you go in the world, okay, there's a good and there's always a dark side, okay? And so when we can really remember, when you go somewhere and you're on vacation, like, it's cool and all to appreciate the beauty, but just always remember there's always real people that live there, and that we deal with our own deal with our own issues, you know what I mean? Homelessness, addictions, alcoholism. There's real problems, and I think through art, that is a way for us to reach people. And when we reach people and give them hope and give them just this message that you feel alone, but I got you, I'm with you. And I feel through art and through music, that's what they do. I truly believe that anyone who is touching anything that is artistic, they have the ability to heal. And I found her. I randomly found her. No, it was meant to be. I found her. She says she's camping, so the internet might be a little shaky. But anyways, I found her on Instagram, and she had just like posted a video or something, and I was really inspired because I felt like if you really listen to people, there's good beats on music, but when you listen to the lyrics, it says a lot about a person. Whether they wrote the song or someone else wrote the song, when someone chooses to put out a song, they believe in it. And so I'm excited for you to get to know her. We're both in the Hawaiian Islands, and we're just doing our best to be true to who we are and to bring inspiration worldwide. Without further ado, here she is. Oh, she's camping, so if she gets knocked off, I just wanted to forewarn you guys. I want to know where she's camping, because I didn't camp last year and then this year, so I am interested to know where she is. Hold on. Hey, you better turn on your car, because one time I was going live in the car, I had knocked out.
Oh shit! No, we're parked. Just
okay.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're here.
Hi. Thank you for having me. Got my homegirl.
Oh, you're welcome. Who right there, Cristobal? Hey. Is she a foodie? Oh no. No, so the song that I posted of you, that's the one you just posted. Yeah. It was that song that I seen, and that's the song that won me over to you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because there's a part, the one, like how you're singing the lyrics, that people they're all, how people are. They're always checking you out, and they want to see if you're like you're legit. They want to know if you're being a poser, or if you're like someone who genuinely, this is you kind of thing. And then I heard you say like, oh yeah, I got the paycheck, and I'm just cracking up. Like, everybody's gifted and everybody has talents, and sometimes it takes time to mold yourself into what you love. Yeah. But as long as you do what you love and you love what you do, it doesn't matter if people believe in you or they understand you. If you resonate with what is important to you, that's all that matters. Yeah. And so, can you share with people first a little bit about yourself before you can explain why you chose those lyrics?
Oh, okay. I know
there's a reason why.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me on this podcast today. I'm happy to be here. Again, I apologize if I'm a little laggy. I'm camping out on Port Shore right now.
Oh, yay!
On Oahu.
Oh, there it is. she's lagging a little bit. That's the only thing about living on the islands. Like certain spots, it's like you get disconnected. Ah, you might have to log out and then log back in. Hold on, let me see. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, wait. She has to pop back in again. Okay, watch. She's coming back. This happened to me before. It's not just her. You're back.
Okay.
Don't worry, I had this happen before.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, my name is Jehzan Exclusive. Again, thank you for having me on. Aloha Friday, everybody. I'm camping out in the North Shore with some friends and my family today. So it's a cool, it's nice that I'm on your podcast because it's about healing and like kind of like, you know, stepping out to go in. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hey, my homie Patrick Castro.
Hey.
And Oahu, Kauai in the building. You already know. Pinais as well.
Oh
Yep.
yes. I'm Pinay, guys.
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
wow.
go.
In a nutshell, I'm 29 years old. I'm a hip hop artist from Oahu. I also teach, and I consider myself a social entrepreneur. Shucks.
No, you're good. I can hear you. You're good. Can you hear me? So I'm just gonna stall until she pops back in. So she says she was a social entrepreneur. You know, the one thing people gotta understand is we all no, you can't. No, she said she's gonna text her answers. Jehzan, you wanna do it another time, or do you wanna text it? No, I want them to meet you. Let me just explain something, guys, about social media and internet. I've been on a lot of Facebook, Instagram, Zoom, and the best of them get knocked off. Like I had this one, he got knocked off 5 times, and he was the one leading it. So this is not new to me. But yeah, you're probably far from like the internet server. Yeah. Well, we won't keep you long, and then we can always do a part 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I apologize for this. I really
No,
thought
don't worry. Don't even trip on it. It's all good.
I went live like 10 minutes ago on my channel just to check, and then I went live when I first got here yesterday.
Yeah, to check.
Yeah, but it's looking like it's working now. So
We'll take it for what it's worth.
I guess you can ask your next question.
Yeah. Tell them what. So the song. Okay, guys. I posted a song on my Instagram. Explain to them what was the inspiration. What motivated you to write the lyrics?
Yeah. When I wrote Dead and Gone, first of all, that's a single off of my latest album, Evil Summer, which I dropped last summer. It's available out on streaming and stuff. So this summer, because it's a little bit more open than it was last summer, I'm starting to go out a little bit more and do live stream shows and a little bit of local in-person shows here and there. And so Dead and Gone, that song was actually written like over a year ago.
Okay.
At the end of 2019, just me going through a lot. Long story short, in 2019, I experienced like, even though I was like growing like through social media and through like music and stuff,
Yeah.
because of, you know, what comes with growth is that you also have to invest. So basically I was in a financial like uphill battle towards the end of that year, because that same year I went touring, I did all this stuff, and so me and my girlfriend kind of really went through it for a while in 2019 and stuff. And so that song was written towards the end as things started to get a little bit better and stuff like that. And it was just written from, a lot of my music just comes from me feeling just the trials and tribulations of being like human, like feeling like you're not adequate, feeling like you're overlooked, especially me
Yep.
being like a girl and being Filipino and from Hawaii. Like, people don't think of hip hop coming out of Hawaii. People don't think about Filipinos. People don't think about Filipino girls, you know, or brown girls to like be
Yep.
lit, like. And so all of that was just channeled. On top of that, like, all the stuff that goes in with my family. I mean, I love my family and stuff, but music is where I kind of like air shit out, you know?
Yeah.
So,
The stuff you wouldn't normally talk to them about.
right, right, right. Or things that I've
Hey,
processed
I'm
already.
Filipino. I understand.
Yeah. Or things that me and my family has processed already. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, now I put it out in like a song form. But that video, the reason why that video came out recently is because I was actually finally able to shoot the video, because for a while I just didn't want to go out and like work with so many people, you know.
Yeah.
So shout out the homie Ray Biznar Raphael. He's another Pinoy from Waikele. And he did that video for me. We met back, I think, in like February or March of this year. Then we dropped it about a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think that's cool. So, I'm mixed race, so I'm Filipino, Hawaiian, Spanish, Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. What are you? Do you know what are like your family? I'm Ilocano Visayan. What
Yeah.
ethnic?
So I'm I'm Filipino. I consider myself third generation because
I'm
my
third generation.
right, because my mom's parents came here. My mom and her siblings were born here, and then I was born here.
Do
So
you
I
know
can,
what city they're from? Since we're
yeah,
shouting out.
yeah. So my mom's mom, my grandma, is from Batak, Ilocos Norte. So we're Ilocano by
Me too.
yeah, yeah. My grandfather, who's actually in the hospital right now. So
Oh,
prayers and shout outs to my grandfather. He's a strong old young man.
yeah, they young.
Yeah, but yeah, he's in the hospital right now. But he's from Claveria, uh, Cagayan, I think I want to say. Uh, Further up north past Ilocos Norte, and then. But my dad's family is from Davao. My dad was born in Davao, and I visited both. I visited Ilocos Sur, Ilocos Norte, and Davao in the past like 3 years.
Oh, see, I've only been to Manila. I went there once. And that was a while ago. But my grandparents, there's different sides, right? One is from
Yeah.
Cebu, and the other one is from
Oh,
Ilocos
cool.
Norte. Yeah, so people always
Hey, we
think
got a
like,
link.
oh, that's weird. I'm Ilocano Visayan,
Mhm.
but I
Mhm.
don't know that much words. I only know five.
It's
Like
okay. I
thank
barely.
you. I don't know. I don't have money,
Yeah.
which
We probably
which
know
is all
more
you need to
Hawaiian
know.
words.
Yeah, right. But
Yeah.
have you performed yet in the Philippines? Because they'll eat you up.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I was able to visit, the last time I went to the Philippines was in 2019, and
Okay.
went to the city of Davao for a whole month. I stayed with a
Wow.
friend out there, and yeah, I toured. I basically, it was me and my girlfriend. We made our own independent tour. We fundraised it ourselves and everything. And so we did like February 2019. So the reason why I also wanted to come in here, and I'll shout out this later, is it's also the 2 year anniversary since that Davao tour in 2019. So I'm doing a special live stream show this Sunday, which we can talk about after. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, no, I know you're about to do that, and I wanted you to talk about it. My
yeah.
head's like having issues here. So I wanted to ask you, did you start liking music from when you're little? Because I heard you say Aaliyah,
Mm,
and I was cracking up because I grew up listening to Aaliyah.
yeah.
So I okay, you're gonna crack up. So I'm probably the age of your parents or something. But anyways, maybe your sisters. So I grew up watching MTV and
Mhm,
VH1. And when I was a teenager, that's when Paula Abdul used to be the choreographer for Janet Jackson.
mhm.
And when I was graduating high school, that's when Janet Jackson, Jennifer Lopez. J-Lo was Jennifer Lopez, and she was a
Yeah.
fly girl on In Living Color before
Yes.
she became Selena on the
Yeah.
movie Selena. And
Yes.
so that's when I grew up. So my dream was to be Paula Abdul because I wanted to be a professional choreographer. I started doing dance choreography in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was a cheerleader and stuff. So when did you? Well, I've been dancing my whole life. From when I was little, I just love music, right? And
Mm.
singing karaoke, that's our thing, right? So
Yeah.
when did you start? When you was little too, doing karaoke, or like what was it? Like singing in general?
Yeah, that's crazy because the story I always talk about with rap is that it started in high school when I went to this spoken word program in California.
Oh,
Um, that was the first time that I got to like be around kind of like, I guess you could say, like independent minded young adults learning about the civil rights movement, learning about like not only like music but like the stories and the social issues behind music, like Bob Marley,
mm-hmm.
all stuff. But when you ask me about when did I start loving music, when family like reminds me, they tell me like I've been like standing on the table and singing since I was like 3 or 4.
Not. What was your favorite song? Because I had a cousin. She had a go-to song. Penny for your thoughts, a nickel for a kiss. So did you have a song you
Uh,
kept singing?
I want to say because I grew up in church and I always, for the most part, I went to like a religious school growing up.
Yeah,
So I was probably singing like a bunch of like church songs.
gospel songs. Hey, everybody starts somewhere. Look at Whitney Houston.
Mhm.
No, totally. And then so you went to California and
Yeah,
you got to experience spoken word, which is something you should be hosting events here to give people the opportunity here. Because I'm sure
yeah,
you can collab with a lot of people on Oahu,
yeah,
right?
yes.
Virtually too, because right now with the we're still in it. Um,
Mm.
what what did you do when you got back from Cali that made you move towards that?
So, the Cali trip took place the summer before my senior year, so that was summer 2009. And then basically, through that time, I'm also going through a lot of transitions. That was the last year, like me and my mom lived together. It was 2010, and there was like a recession going on. And up until that point, I had watched my mom kind of like elevate with work and stuff and like her income. It's not easy
Yeah.
to be a single parent and live in Salt Lake and send your daughter to basketball and all these programs and stuff,
Oh,
right?
you're a basketball player? Sorry, let's back it
In
up. I love basketball.
in high school,
What
in high
what position? Were you point guard?
yes, I was.
My niece is a point guard.
Oh my God. I'm not a baller like by any
No,
sense.
it's okay, but you gotta be strategic. So that
Yeah,
works for you as an artist.
yeah. And so basically after that, I had like cousins who kind of rapped, and like again, being like Filipino, I had uncles who DJ'd. My dad is like over 50 years old and he can still kind of break dance a little bit. Like he just
Hey.
uh, into but none of them took it like professionally, you
Yes.
know. And so growing up, I always wanted to like do that, but I just didn't have the skills how. And then but anyways, just to go back to your question, I had my cousin Ryan Amoto, who like made beats on GarageBand, and he would just come to my house and like we would record. Like my first recording setup was literally like his MacBook, some Beats head
Headphones.
money on for what? No, I love Beats, but and actually rapping through a regular like USB microphone in my closet back in high school.
Nice, because it muffles. I mean, like it protects the sounds, right?
Yeah,
From
so
echoing.
yeah, and my content, it was weird because when I went to that spoken word conference, the writings that were coming out of that was very like intellectual. You know what I'm saying? Like lots
Yeah.
of poetic, very intellectual. And when I came back, because again, it's my senior year, I'm graduating high school, I'm going through a transition and I'm still super young. A lot of my very early raps from like maybe 2010 to 2012 were kind of like, the basic money clubs. Like there wasn't
Yeah.
really substance in it. And even
Yeah.
though some people might judge it, like looking back. I'm like, that's just where I was at that time
Yeah,
in my life, you
you
know?
was young, you was figuring it out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let me ask you a question, because sorry, this is cool. You, a lot of times we look at people, right? And if we don't see someone that looks like us,
Mm-hmm.
we doubt that it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
But we forget that we are predestined to do certain things, and that we might be the first one in the family, the first one in the state, the first one in the country, right? and
Yeah.
and that's why we gotta almost pretty much have tunnel vision,
Mm-hmm.
because the wins you make, it may be micro small to you, but it's a step forward, and like it counts. And that's
Mm-hmm.
something I have to learn, is that progress doesn't have to be fast. It
Mm-hmm.
can be small. You know what I mean? How
Mm-hmm.
long have you been a teacher? Because that comes into play with you being a hip hop artist. Because I bet you the kids inspire you
Yeah. To the
with
max.
lyrics. Yeah.
To the minimum. Oh man. So yeah, I started teaching in 2017, so about 4 years now. Yeah. I
And
started
so this is this I don't know if you got to see the replay, but this is Chelsea. She's from Guam, but she lives in San Diego. And you guys gotta hook up, because she is off the chain. She's a social progressor just like you, but you're rapping, and she's going about it like the
I
other way. So I think you guys would be cool.
my partner and I have already been kind of like manifesting going on tour to Guam or doing something because we also have friends.
See,
There's
perfect.
obviously a lot of Filipinos, you know, in Guam as well. So
Romanians.
tomorrow, hell yeah, half a day. You already know.
Yeah. Right. See, look, she's like, "Yup."
Yeah.
No, and I think that's great. So for me, like I've been doing public speaking. So I'm from Hawaii, but then I lived on Oahu 10 years, Maui for 3, and Japan 2 years. But you have to get to Japan, by the way, and I'll help you, because I have friends. And then maybe I was thinking next year, so
Okay.
we
We'll
can go
talk.
together. I can find a translator or something. Okay.
Okay.
But no. So I've been speaking since I was 19 years old, kind of like you, trying to, but I've been doing it. And so I was like, I'm Filipino too, Hawaiian, Spanish, Chinese. And I was like, I don't see anybody that looks like me coming out of Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I see everybody in the mainland. Everybody knows like Tony Robbins, all these people. But I'm like, there's nobody like us. Like I'm short. So I'm like really short. But because when you live through a lot of pain, and when you've lived through difficult times, your authenticity, your content is real. Like you can read it all day. I lived it. So when I talk, I'm not judging nobody.
Mm-hmm.
When people say things or do things, I respect them, because without saying, I can look at someone's eyes and I know. I can see pain, but I can respect the game, because
Mm-hmm.
they're still showing up, even if you know what I mean, they're having a hard time. They show up because they value their lives, and they value people's lives, and
Yeah.
that's why I respect music. My sister Kiala, the one who passed away, I was telling Chelsea, I was like, I don't know what is the chances. Both of you guys look like my sister. You guys both
Uh,
like have straight hair, and you guys are both are like, what's up, like that. And
yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, what is the chances you guys look like my sister? Because she just wear like surf shorts, tank tops, or t-shirts, like surfer shirts, and that was it.
Hey.
Yeah. and then you do the tittle butt. See, that's what I mean. So I was telling her, I was like, I wasn't exactly. I was like, what is the chances both of you guys would look similar to her? And it makes me happy. And it makes me, like, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna highlight these guys as little sisters, because we just showing up. We're not proving nothing to nobody. We just happy.
Yeah.
I want people to just be happy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. Just be happy, because at the end of the day, the longest relationship you're gonna have is with yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I think when you can be honest with yourself and show up, even if you're having a bad day, be like, yeah, I'm having a bad day, but I'm about to spit some jab. Dude, you know what I mean? Like it's like keeping it real, but you show up. By the way, did you ever get bars?
Did I ever heard of?
The app Get Bars?
No.
Shush. You gotta download it.
Okay.
So you'd be proud of me, but I grew up with Queen Latifah,
Yeah.
TLC, all those guys. So I have my own profile on there for rapping.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
I follow all these professional rappers or like
I'm
independent
on TikTok.
rappers, and I just crack up. Huh?
Yeah. I know TikTok, Triller. There's this other like rapping. It's called Brap, but I haven't heard of Get Bars.
Oh, really? No, I never heard of that one.
Yeah.
No, yeah, check it out. Get Bars out. It's pretty sick. Cause
okay.
that rap, the one I reposted of you last week with what's his name? The DJ.
Oh, Kato.
I love that guy. I found him on TikTok. I was like, nah. In fact, I did my own rap too. I was like, this guy, he just has this good energy that makes you want to rap. Like, even if you don't know how, you'll be like, I'm gonna try this, because the beats are just like off the chain. You need to do something with him. Like, I'm telling you, because you did an awesome job on yours.
Thank you. I'm just trying to get noticed, fam. Like, I do all these things, and I just need the right push, but I can't do it on my own. That's one thing that I've really learned. As much as I pride myself on being independent, I need people to push it, like putting out all this music, putting out all this content. I need my people to push it, man. That's it. So like what you're doing, just push it.
Yes, you gotta push it real good, like they say, huh?
Yeah.
What I was gonna tell you, so what is your next thing? Tell them about your upcoming event.
Oh, okay, thank you. So in 2 days, this Sunday, everybody, I am celebrating the 1-year anniversary of my album Evil Summer. I am hosting a virtual concert from a secret location in Kalihi. I got the homies Ginger Fresh, Zen Chambers, Kainoa Makua, Punahele, Fire Empress Stone, Young Six, and Luminous, and a very extra small exclusive in-studio audience. But it is free for everyone to check out online. I'll be live right here on Instagram. I'll be live on Facebook and on the Twitch app, if you guys are on Twitch. And then also this other live streaming app that I've been live streaming a lot on. It's called Kumu. So
Ooh.
I highly suggest you check it out too. Like you will get
you'll
get an audience. Yeah, Kumu. Kumu.
Yeah. Okay, if you can remind me or like do a post on your Instagram, and then I'll repost it so people can go on there, and then you can tell people what is your name and stuff like that, so they can follow you on that app. I have a question.
Yeah, so go ahead.
If you had a chance to be with someone on stage with, who is your top 2 ultimate dream female rappers you'd love to be on stage and perform with?
Oh, you know what? Let me see here. A female artist that I would love to perform with?
Yeah, I want to know your female, and then I want to know your male artists.
Oh, okay. Well, there's 2 that I can think of for females right now.
Okay.
One I would really love to collaborate, and she's actually a homegirl of mine. Another like big time Pinay artist out of the Bay Area. Her name is Ruby Mara.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been able to perform with her as like a fan on her stage, like singing songs back in like 2018. But I would love.
What city? Sorry, what city?
She's from Bay Area, California.
Okay. And then who's the other one?
Yeah, so I would love to perform with her. And then the other one is actually another Pinay artist who just won a Grammy, and her name is Her. She's a musician.
She's Filipino? She's Pinay?
Yeah, she's half Filipino, half Black. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. How come I didn't know that? I mean, I seen her, but I didn't realize that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would love to perform with them. But I also have the greats. I would love to perform with The Brat. The Brat was a big influence to me. Missy Elliott.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I would love to be with Missy Elliott. I'll be a fly girl if I have to be. I'll be a fly girl. What about male artists?
Um,
Hey, look right there, look right there. Look what she just said.
no,
It says, "I got you on the push. I'm like a club promoter, bought on social media, but really, I do it just cause, haha."
male artists, shoot. Damn, I have a lot. Well,
Okay,
actually,
three. I'll give you three. I'll
no,
give
no.
you three.
I'm really into like the independent scene, so I'm gonna
No,
give
shout
like,
them out.
independent folks. There's this Filipino rapper named Russell. He's from Canada. I have not met him yet or anything. I would love to collaborate with him. He also does kind of like melodic rap, like he sings and he raps too.
Nice.
Um, uh, let's see here. I'm also a big fan of the rapper Logic, so I
Uh
would
huh.
love to collaborate with Logic. And I'm sorry, I know you wanted guys, but I'm gonna say one more female artist,
No,
just because that.
go, girl.
Snow the Product. She also collaborated with Kato, and so that's why I'm on that. It's like that video
Oh,
you repost,
that's her.
Kato, Snow, and then me. So I would love to collaborate with Snow. She's a big
Where is she?
influence.
California.
Yeah, she's kind of like West Coast, so she like grew up in Texas, but also Cali and like Vegas and stuff like that. So yeah.
Where is she now?
I think she lives in Texas. She's a Mexican.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've had people on this podcast from Texas and from
Yeah.
Canada and from California.
Yes.
So we might have to sit down and strategize with Chelsea, who's already in California.
Yeah, let's do it. I
Yeah,
haven't been to California in a while.
me too. I've been to Vegas 2019 and 2018.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I really want to get out, but at the same time, I'm still kind of taking big precautions because of COVID, and because of my work and because of like me and my girlfriend were like the main caretakers of a lot of the kids in our family. So that's only the main reason why I haven't really been pushing travel
No,
this past
I think the way you're
half.
doing it is
You know?
smart because
Yeah.
it's dangerous. People, you know what? People don't realize. They just take. Some people are just like, yeah, whatever's right. But
Yeah.
when you grow up in our community, family is important to. Not saying whatever's to each his own, right?
Mm-hmm.
My parents are elderly, like what I mean. They're older. I'm gonna live my life being precautious than to
Right.
put them at stake because I know people that are like family that from the mainland that got it, and
Mm-hmm.
friends, family, and that stuff is real. And so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like taking it lightly, like it's real. um
Yeah.
so I don't want to keep you hostage forever, although I could talk to you forever.
Don't
um
worry.
hey, so what, you gonna go back to school August, so this is
Mm-hmm.
your last like hoorah before school starts?
Yeah, so actually I'm with like a group of other friends who are teachers. So and yeah, of course we not really traveling a lot, but I have been able to staycation a bit over the past couple months, and so yeah, this is the last one of the summer, I guess. Unless I squeeze in one more next weekend.
Right, even if it's like one night, my gosh.
Literally. So I'm out here unplugged ish in the North Shore. So yeah,
Right.
I
While you're out there, you should be making video in the ocean, like lip
uh
syncing, and then lay tracks over it.
the only thing is it's so damn windy and it's kind of raining. Right.
No, but I was gonna say that's why you gotta do the lip sync version and then match the voice to the lip
Yeah.
sync. Okay, guys, I know we're on vacation, staycation, but today you guys are all on my film crew.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna eat some Giovanni's kahuku shrimp after.
Ooh, I never had it because I'm here, and then every time I have a chance to travel, because I'm a single mom,
Right.
and you gotta like your money, you have to pick and choose. I've been going to Vegas because I was
Oh,
taking care of grandma, and then grandma passed away, but she wanted to go to Vegas,
wow.
so we went to Vegas 2018, 2019. I don't regret it. It was fun. Oh,
Yeah.
have you been to Vegas? When's the last time you went to Vegas?
Dude, I have not this is the funny. I have not been to Vegas as an adult.
No. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay. You know what? Talk to me. I want to go when you go. Cause so you ever heard of the Fremont?
Yeah,
They
the
have that
Fremont.
area where all the entertainers.
Yeah.
So my dream was like, oh, one day I want to perform, right? Because I love to sing and dance. And so it just so happened, these two guys, they're from a group called the Chicago Bucket Boys. So they
Hmm.
have the buckets and they drum on the buckets. So I was like,
Oh,
hey, you guys, when you guys play your music, it kind of reminds me of Polynesian style music, the way they drum. It's just the beat
yeah.
that they choose. So then I met them the first time, and then I told my son about them because Kainoa took drum. He used to do drumming when he was in grade school.
Oh,
And so
cool.
then, yeah, so then the next day I told my son, like, come, let's go check them out. And, they were on Fremont doing their thing. Oh,
Hmm.
they call it Fremont Street Experience. And a lot of the locals, they stay on downtown Vegas.
Hmm.
So I was filming them with my GoPro and I was like, oh my gosh, they were just off the chain. So I gave my son the camera. I was like, here, take the camera. And then I jumped right next to the entertainers and I just started dancing freestyle. I was
Yeah.
like doing a little bit of Tahitian, doing a little bit of hula,
Yeah.
doing a little bit of salsa, but it's just so exhilarating when you come across people who just do what they love.
Hmm.
Music. I mean, you got people walking around naked and they just got a shirt and they got like a word on their thing to donate to them. I just crack up. They're just bold. But I was gonna say you definitely gotta go there because it's inspiring to be around entertainers. Like
Yeah.
my personality is an entertainer, but I live here. I love being here. I need peace because I'm
Yeah.
empath and I realize if I'm around too much energy, I cannot. Concrete and me don't get along.
Yeah.
But I think that is a place that you would totally resonate with.
Yeah.
To
I definitely
go.
Vegas soon. There's a couple like venues that do like local shows for like independent rappers. So I really,
Oh,
really
nice. Okay.
out too. Yeah.
Let me know.
I
I'll
will.
help. I'll help a sister
Let me
because
know.
I want to go there for inspirational speaking, and then I can dance. So I'll be your
Yeah.
backup. But do you want to shout out anybody before we go?
Okay, cool. Well, once again, guys, thank you again. Healing with Aloha podcast. It's been cool to link up with you. Shout out everyone who tuned in today. Um, Shout out Skylex Records. That's me and my partner's independent music label. You guys can follow that on IG. Shout out OTD Hip Hop. That's my hip hop blog where I do very similar to like what you're doing, live stream interviews, blog articles, and I also do marketing and promo for other artists. So that's OTD Hip Hop. I would really appreciate if people purchase my merch. That is a big way people can really help me out during this,
Yep. Yep.
during the pandemic. I'm going to give you guys my website in the chat real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. JehzanExclusive.com. On there, there's like a merch tab or a shop tab. You guys can check it out. My online store is hosted through Teespring. The only thing is that the shipping is only available to those in the US and Canada. So,
Oh, okay.
I'm still working on doing the whole international thing, but my music is also available. That's another way you can purchase my music. You can
Where
stream
can they
my
purchase your music? Tell them.
yeah. So that's on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, whichever way you get your music. I also still do free content, SoundCloud, YouTube, all of that. Like literally whatever like social media you look for and you want to see my content on there, I will 9.9 times out of 10 there will be
Be on
content.
there.
Yeah.
So I had
Um.
a question. Can people
Yeah.
book you virtually to do shows?
Yeah, I would love. I've been putting out like all of these little like stories where I'm like telling people like hit me up, for virtual party, whatever. I'm down to do in person. I just have to know like more details about it. I'm actually vaccinated, so I'm kind of a little bit more open nowadays,
Mhm.
but still like trying to be precautious. Thank you for all the love in the chat. But yeah, hit me up. I do youth workshops. I can do it virtually or in person. Um, entertainment, hit me up.
No,
Whatever's man.
you're inspiring. By the way, I've already done like 3 interviews with New York too. So,
Oh,
and Australia, New Zealand, UK, and Dubai.
right. And during the pandemic, we're doing this. That's the super cool thing.
I know if it wasn't for the pandemic, I swear I wouldn't have crossed paths with a lot of these people because we all
Right.
would have been working or, like doing other things. But because we're all
Exactly.
home, it pushed us in a situation so that we'd be able to connect. Yeah.
Yeah, I love doing it. And it's a good way for me to test out my music. I just did a show with some homies based in San Francisco about a month ago.
Yeah.
And so that I get to test out, even though it's virtually, I get to test out how my Hawai'i music would resonate with like
Transcends.
a audience. And like it's actually cost effective too, like as a
Girl, yeah, because then you
professional.
don't need travel, right? You don't need to pay a hotel, rent a car, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the artists, like Common Kings, I follow Common Kings,
Mm.
Sunil, J Book, all those guys, Jordan T is on Oahu. That's and Maoli, all those guys. That's the smartest way. They had to do it. They just kept showing up, and then they just did it virtually because the music. You need music.
Yeah.
Music is life. Well, for me, it is. We need music because it's healing and it allows us to tap into a part of us that we wouldn't normally, on a normal day to day. Music,
Yeah.
it's a melody, and it
Yeah.
and it resonates with your soul.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. So do you go live? Can people catch you on live? Do you go live once a week, or what? How does that work for you?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't really have a set schedule, but I try to go live on Friday or Saturday nights. Like I said, specifically, I've been going on the Kumu app. I'll type it in.
Okay,
App.
Kumu
Uh,
app, guys.
yeah, it's we're exclusively for Filipino content creators, whether you're
Oh,
Filipino
really?
or around the world.
Nice.
Um, it's a really cool platform. A whole lot of it is mukbang eating. A whole lot
Oh,
of
really?
and it's a whole new world on there. The Philippines is a whole new level with this social media stuff. Seriously.
But,
Uh,
but we can speak English, right?
yeah, you can speak English. I speak English on there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So I go live on there, but I am starting up my live streams on OTD Hip Hop
Okay.
on Instagram. Let me type that in. That is my music blog where I interview artists, and then I also give my own podcast, whatever, my own content on there too. So I'm starting that this coming Wednesday. It's called Free Game. I'll type
I
it in.
love it.
Yeah. Uh, it was called something different before, but I put it on hiatus just to give me time to focus on my own music during the pandemic. But I'm starting up the live stream show again on there. But I also have the website and YouTube channel for like all this stuff. I know it's a lot, but it's for everyone who wants to see like
No, it's okay. I screenshot it and then I'll
you
post it up. It's all good. No, I do a lot, man. Like I have I have 5 Instagrams. Um,
yeah,
I have Healing with Aloha, my Deslin Hakias.
yeah.
I own a clothing brand called Kawaii Girl. I've had it for 10 years, but
Okay.
I put it on hold too. And then I have a food one because I love food.
Yeah.
Hawaii Island Foodie. And then my son, he was 4 when they started the brand, the Kawaii Girl
Okay.
brand. And now he's 14. He's in high school. He's starting high school. And I was like,
Uh,
dude, I gotta do something for him because he was my photographer, videographer. He helped me at the events, right? So I started, it's called Kainoa Animation Studio, and it's inspired by Pixar. And so we're just gonna do like 2-minute shorts with animation for mixed race.
oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll talk to you more about that because I'll tell you my
Yeah.
ideas. But yeah, the reason why, because this kid, kids, there's certain things that they gravitate towards. He took art the whole middle school. He likes drawing, and then when he watches cartoons, for the longest time he liked Tom and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
But he when he was taking art classes, they dissect like the different types of art. Yeah, and whenever I go take him to the movies, he always analyzes it. Like, he liked the story. Oh, but he didn't like the like how the design of the cartoons. And so I was like, huh. I said, I'm gonna do something that is something he naturally likes, anime, and he likes cartoons. And so He's kind of be like, you ever heard of Cisco and Ebert? You know, the ones that used to watch the movie and then they go two thumbs up, whatever. Anyway, so the story is Cisco and Ebert, they're friends. They used to go to school together. They used to, okay, I'm not encouraging this, okay, but they used to cut out of school to go to the movies, right? And then when they graduated high school, they ended up starting their own business, and they would watch movies and they would do two thumbs up. What, like they would rate the movies with thumbs, and so ironically, that's why they kept skipping out of school to do the movies, and then they did it as a business after high school.
Good,
And
good.
so I told my son, I said, you know what, I'll do the storyline, I'll find the artists, I'll find the animators, and then I'll do the voiceover, and then I'll find some people, but you just do the yes or no, and then I tweak it out, and then we're gonna start with like two characters, and then like eventually build it up. But they're gonna be mixed race because we're Pinoy, but we get like everybody's mixed race. My son is Filipino, Hawaiian, Spanish, Chinese, African American.
Yeah.
So when you look at mixed race kids, we're like, there's nobody in mainstream media that looks like us. Like it's rare you can find someone who looks like us. So that's why I thought if I start doing it now while he's young, by the time he graduates high school, he'll figure it out how to do it. You know what I mean? And then from there, it can be so much bigger. But I'm more entrepreneur, but he's really smart. Is just I'm trying to give him an opportunity. Yeah. I pay the rent, so I may as well help him fail while he's still young. Right. He can be successful later on down the road.
So good. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So guys, check her out, follow her. I'm gonna post up the screenshots of everything, Jehzan. And on Saturday, tell them again.
Sunday. Sunday is 7 to 10 p.m. Honolulu time. I'll be live in the studio with some homies celebrating the 1-year anniversary of my album Evil Summer and the 2-year anniversary since my Davao Philippines tour. So it's gonna be really fun. Just a nice tight group of like local musician friends because we haven't seen each other in a while. A lot
it's
of like
a reunion.
Yeah, mini reunion. And yeah, it's gonna just be super fun. Come hang out, listen, and watch the different performances, which is gonna be live on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and on Kumu.
What about YouTube?
Not on YouTube yet. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, check her out on Sunday. If you guys don't have those other platforms, follow her on Instagram. Hawaii time, it's 7 p.m. You guys can eat, talk stories, have one free concert. You guys can donate, and then like you said, buy some merch and whatnot. She's a teacher by day, but always a hip hop artist.
Haha, yes.
Spitting out lyrics.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.